Piers Morgan versus TikToker Mizzy after his arrest for his pranks. So this kid, this is the same kid that was walking inside of people's houses, right? I want to make sure that we're on the same page, we're on the same level.
How is it just...
GTA 4 in real life. Are you just pressing random buttons?
Hello, can I call the police? The people on the train. How is it just...
Bro, this kid is going... This... Like, I love how his name is, like, basically menace to society. Why would you TikTok that? Bro, this kid is just out of control. Please watch his interview with Piers Morgan. It's really funny. Okay, all right, I'll watch this.
So first, many young people see social media stardom as a fast track to fame and fortune.
Well, it is.
People you've never heard of can become very famous and very wealthy very quickly.
True.
In the business of bagging clicks and followers online, but with more than 500 hours of content uploaded every single minute just to YouTube, how do they even begin to get noticed? Well, some influencers have a talent. They can sing or dance. Some give brash opinions.
That's
some
me.
Some play computer games. Some give friendly tutorials on things like how to do makeup or make music. But others get their clicks by, honestly, behaving like complete morons. In California, a YouTuber and pilot faced 20 years in jail for crashing in...
Now, I was actually corrected on this because I thought that it wasn't a good use of taxpayer money to put this guy in jail for 20 years because of this. Because it was like, okay, you're really just sending an example. But I actually got corrected by my chat that the reason why he was facing up to 20 years for this wasn't even because of the fact that he crashed the plane. It was that he lied about it and he destroyed the evidence that they were looking for to find out if it happened in the first place. So that's a little bit of information I wasn't aware of. People might not know. So this guy not only was a dipshit for, you know, the camera, but he also like actively inhibited the governmental authorities. He filmed it, put it online. Yeah, but that's not really like, yeah, that's stupid. He shouldn't have done that. It was bad. But like, on top of that, he tried to hide it.
Airplane to get more subscribers. Others have jumped from city buildings, taken on wild animals, crashed cars, you name it. However mad it is, someone has tried it just for the clicks. And all in the name of becoming Insta-famous. This week, a social media prankster named Mizzy has generated headlines and abject outrage for so-called pranks, which mostly involve just terrorizing innocent bystanders.
I love that. Just terrorizing innocent bystanders. That is what pranks are nowadays, isn't it? It's so cringe, isn't it? How nowadays there's like so much of these like pranks that I see them all the time, and it's like, hey, my prank is I'm gonna go up to you and I'm gonna slap you in the face. And we're gonna see what people do. It's like, man, this is just way too much, man. Remember Jackass? All shit was wild. Yeah, but I mean, like, that was like pre-recorded, and like a lot of times it wasn't like, guys, people that are doing that are actors and it's in a controlled space, you know? Like, this is just people that are trying to be absolute assholes, and they're actually like they're hurting people in the process. This is just asshole. Yeah.
Let's go.
James? Come to the principal right now, please.
James?
This is where he just, right here, this is where he just walked into somebody's house. Now, you can tell that by the fact that he walked into somebody's house and he's still alive, this was not in America. But yeah, he just showed up at a person's house, and little fun prank there. He gets shot. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Why was the door just open? Because most people don't lock their doors.
Come to the principal right now, please.
James?
Yep.
Hello. You got a nice dog?
Like, I wonder what happens after the camera is done. Like, after you turn off the camera, like, okay, well, what the fuck am I gonna do with this thing? Am I gonna like? Do I take it to the pound, and then like the owner will probably, you know, it'll like work itself out? Do I run it back over there and give her like $100 and be like, sorry for the inconvenience? Do I just drop it off and then run away? Like, what is the like? What do you do after you steal a lady's dog?
I'm perfectly fine. You're gonna die. Serious question, you're gonna die.
Changes in JD? What the hell is JD? Like, this stuff is like, yeah, this is unsafe, right? And like, it's not good, but like, this, I don't really give a fuck about this. This is whatever to me. This is just being a goofball.
Well, as public anger grew this week,
Yeah.
London's Met Police announced they were looking for Mizzy, real name Bakari Bronzagaro. The law caught up with him, and today he was fined £365 and given a criminal behaviour order, which is supposed to ban him from posting to social media without the written permission of the people in his videos. You might think that's not much of a punishment or much of a deterrent. But what does he think? Well, fresh from the courtroom, he's here now. All right, well, good evening to you.
Hello, Piers. Long time no see.
What do you mean, long time no see?
Last time I hopped on your thing with my friend.
Oh, that's right, you appeared in the background, didn't
Yeah,
you?
mate.
Piers didn't even know this. But apparently this kid was trying to stream snipe him behind one of his shows. He doesn't even know. Oh my god.
Yeah, mate.
Okay, well, I'm not your mate.
You're
what
not
I am
mates,
is
then what are you?
what I am is an interviewer who
Fair
is,
enough.
I'm curious about what
I
has been
love how like Piers Morgan does the introduction for him about how he's like an annoying, obnoxious loser, and he just had to sit there quietly and wait for him to finish. That must be a little awkward, you know?
motivating you to terrorize the people around where you live. Why do it?
I wouldn't really call it terrorizing, I would just call it more having fun. But let's get this out of the way first. I apologize. You see this situation that blew up on the internet, the walking into random houses? The next day, I apologized to the woman because I felt bad, innit? Like, deeper than social media. Like, it went deeper than social media. That's why I didn't record it. She recorded me apologizing to her. I told her sorry, and she explained that she was terrified because her children were in the house. And I understood
What were you
it.
doing in the house?
What was I doing in the house? I don't know. It was a stupid video. Like,
There it is. What was I doing in the house? I don't know. Bro, I don't know. This is fucking...
got peer pressure to say it. I don't want to say it like in that way.
It was he got peer pressured. That's true. Yeah, it's the other guy that was with him. It's his fault.
Somebody else's fault.
I'm not blaming it on no one else.
I mean, you break into a
Like,
house
I went in the
with
house.
a woman and a husband and two
I
young,
went into the
two
house
young
on my
kids.
own accord.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you went through their door, right? But it's not your house. You're not
Yep.
supposed to be in there.
Oh, no shit.
You are causing a lot of alarm to that poor woman and to her children who are in the house. You then terrorize this poor elderly woman and take her dog away and traumatize her. You run
for
up
the
to-
story about that, hang on.
I haven't finished.
Let
No,
me
you
speak. Yeah, because
you've
no.
been doing-
Let
you've-
me speak.
No,
Let me speak. No.
I'm going to.
Wait, are they blurring the face of the dog? Hey, yo, they're blurring the face of the dog.
Let me talk about that situation.
No, for the
before you
viewers,
even go into that.
wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
For the viewers,
Wait a minute.
For the viewers who
Wait a
don't know
minute.
what you've
Hold
done.
up, hold up.
I'm
No,
going
they're
to
not.
tell
Hold up,
them.
because
No,
you
you
see it on
hold on.
TV right now.
No, you
You
can
see it on
hold
TV
on.
right now.
I'm
It's been
explaining.
going viral everywhere.
I'm
They
explaining.
already know what's been happening.
Don't just keep talking like an idiot.
I
Right? Don't. Let me finish.
Because I. And then he just stops talking. Oh my fucking god.
What the viewers don't know you did. You go
I-
up and you do these things. You take a dog from an elderly woman.
like,
You
no, it didn't
leapfrog
happen.
over the top of an Orthodox Jewish man standing at the side of the road minding his own business. You go up to women in the street and say, "Do you want to die?"
It wasn't a woman, it was a man, and she even
There were
says-
also women that
There was
you did
maybe
this
a
to.
woman there, but I only say it to the man.
Right. You shouldn't be saying it to anybody.
Fair.
I love how that's the defense, you know? Well, no, it was a man. I didn't say it to a woman. No, of course not. That would be horrible. No, I said it to a man. It's totally different. No. Yeah, fair.
Fair enough, babe.
Why are you? Why,
Fair enough.
in the name of so-called prankster humor, why cause so much alarm and distress to so many people? Do you get your kicks out of doing that?
Not necessarily.
Obviously.
Thoroughly, but you could say that this whole public outroar just makes me laugh because people are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. And that's how I see it as.
What do you mean?
People are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. Everyone acts like they have this persona like they don't care. Social media is a facade, this, that, and the other. But when me comes out and
what do you mean by everybody?
does the mad thing, everyone has something to say.
It's not a mad thing.
It's the mad thing. It's the mad thing. You already said it was the mad thing.
It's
the mad thing.
No, it's not mad. It's moronic. It's the kind of thing anybody could do, and you do it for kicks, and you do it for clicks, and you get your little moment on TikTok, and presumably your peer group that you referenced earlier, they all think, good on you, Mizzy, this is hilarious.
Oh no, I guarantee you, like if I was a kid, I would watch this shit all the time. Like if I was a 14-year-old shithead again, I would absolutely be watching this kid. Like I'm not, right? I'm a man in his 30s. So like he's annoying. But like I remember whenever I was a kid, yeah, I think this shit was funny.
Meanwhile, some poor woman thinks you've stolen her dog and is traumatized. Another woman has her 2 kids and you're bursting into their house uninvited.
All right.
You're jumping on Jewish people.
See, I was
right, who
jumping
are
on
already
Jewish people. Hold up, wait a minute, wait, no, stop.
You did.
Cool, it was a Jewish person, cool. But there was a trend going around on TikTok called 300. I've done this to numerous people, black
That makes sense, right? Because it's like it was a Jewish person, but there was a trend on TikTok at the time. So, I mean, look, you know,
people, white people,
let them cook.
Any types of people. I don't discriminate. So don't stop saying Orthodox.
That's a very good argument. Is that I believe him. I think that he did not do it to that person because they were Jewish. I think that he did it to that person because they were available to do it to. I believe him.
Jewish person.
I believe he harasses everybody.
And it was only him that I went for.
Why are you targeting anybody in that
Well,
manner?
what do you mean, why am I targeting anyone? It was a trend. It was a trend. I just done it for a trend.
There it is. Yeah. It's like he wasn't targeting, like he was targeting the trend. That's not a person. It's actually funny how dumb he is. And like if people's lives weren't in danger, this would be funny to watch. Really, it would be funny if like people weren't getting hurt or like people were. It would be funny.
What's the trend? What's the trend?
300, jump over someone at the time of the beat.
However much you scare them.
However much you scare them.
Or even if you push them into a car.
No, that didn't happen though, because I saw.
It didn't happen by chance.
But it didn't happen.
A lot of the stuff that you do could have consequences far more serious.
Yeah.
But you don't care, do you? As long as you get a laugh.
I have remorse for all of these things.
You don't have any remorse.
What do you mean I don't have any remorse? How are you telling me?
You have no
remorse. Are you in my
remorse.
life? Do you live in my life?
Huh?
Are you there for my pranks? Have you been there in my life?
What's your life? Tell me.
You tell me my life.
Presumably, this is whether.
Presumably,
Are you
my
about?
life.
Presumably, you're about to tell me the sob story, are you? What's the sob story?
There's no sob story.
Well, go on then. What's so bad about your life that makes you do this?
My whole life, innit? I just do it for fun. On or off camera.
I love how like that's actually like because you know he was thinking about going for the you don't know how hard it is to be me, and then Piers is like, okay, so go ahead and tell me the sob story. He's like, oh, I just do it for fun. Yeah.
I do my thing.
Tell me about your life. What justifies this? What's happened to you
life?
that makes you think you're justified in doing this?
What do you mean tell me about my life?
Well, you said you know nothing about your life. Tell me about your life.
Because you're trying to get onto me because I'm black. Because I guarantee.
Because you're
Makes sense because he's black. That's why, bro. That's why everybody's out to get him. You know, I was thinking that at the beginning of this. Yep, bro, they're trying to get him. They're trying to get him because he's black. That is some fucked up shit for Piers to do that, man. Like, wow. Damn, that's like racist or some shit, right?
Actually, yeah, I guarantee. If
I don't give a damn about your skin colour.
Really?
No.
Piers.
Why would I care what colour your skin is? Really? I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot too.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled.
I love that this happened. Bro, this is on television. I think you're an idiot. I think you're an idiot too. Yeah, you fucking tell him.
entitled to.
Yeah, so are you. So
the
it's like,
show's
fine.
called Uncensored. I think you're an idiot for what you've been doing.
Okay.
I also think you're an idiot for playing the race card when no one's mentioned your
really?
skin colour.
Really? Okay, you don't have to mention it to...
I don't care about your skin colour,
Aight.
Mizzy.
Alright.
I care about the fact that you've been terrorising all these people for a sustained period of time. I also care about the fact you've only got a tiny fine today. No deterrent to you whatsoever. You don't
that's why he does it, right? Is because he knows he's going to get away with it. That's the real reason why it happens. And like, the truth is that, like, you don't see people doing that, walk into people's houses in Texas and Florida, do you? No, you don't. You see that happening over in the UK or whatever the fuck, wherever the fuck he is. Because somebody goes in there and does it over here, and that's not going to go too well. And British cops are a lot nicer. Yeah, I get it. And this is why it happens, is because he's not going to get in trouble for it. Because if you knew that you would get, you would have your fucking life ruined if something like this happened, you wouldn't be doing this kind of shit. But he only does it because he knows he can get away with it. That's what a kid got shot for pulling a prank not that long ago. I remember I watched that. Like, here's my perspective, right? Is this whole, like, I have no problem if you go up and talk to somebody as a prank. But if you're going up to them and you're trying to, like, upset them or make them look bad or be, like, rude to them or something like that, like, that shit needs to stop. Like, I almost wish that platforms would have a rule against, like, prank content towards, like, random people. Because it's basically harassment. Like, that's really what's happening. It's like there's a market for harassment. And that's really all there is to it. YouTube does. Well, TikTok and the other places. What'd you do if he got into your house and pranked you? I'd just call the cops. Like, I'd probably just tell him to leave. I don't want to file a fucking police report. Get the fuck out of here, right? But, like, a lot of people wouldn't look at it that way. You know, to me, like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Like, absolutely not. A machete? No, because then I have to file a police report, clean up the house. That would be awful. What do y'all use a machete? No, shoot somebody? No, it's gonna fuck up the house. It's a big deal. Like, you've got to go to court. Like, no, I don't want to deal with that. Absolutely not.
Any real remorse? You don't really care, do you?
The UK laws are weak, simple as. And that's not, the UK laws are weak, simple as, and that's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
Like, in America,
what do your family make of what you've been doing?
What do my family make? Well, I don't chat to my mum anymore. And
why not?
Why not? Because I just don't talk to her. It's irrelevant to you, but I just don't chat to her, innit? And what else? My sisters are calm, but, like, obviously they don't fully commend what I do, but...
Do any of your family condemn what you do?
No, of course not. Like, obviously...
They think it's all perfectly normal?
No, there's certain videos that they'll be like, no, you can't be doing that. Like, especially just walking into the random houses one.
Yeah,
Certainly
I wonder why.
But that was more of a spur of the moment thing. I just got egged on and my ego got a hold of me. And I realised that at that moment, and that's why I went to apologise the next day. After it all blew up out of proportion, and I felt, like, bad. Personally,
I don't think you felt bad.
Okay, well, you can say that. You can say that. I'm telling you.
I think you felt bad.
No, see, you're interrupting me. Why are you interrupting me? I'm talking.
Well, I don't think that I don't think he feels bad about it at all. I think he just does it because he thinks it'll get people to watch him, and he thinks it's funny. Like, that's it. It's not like there's some kind of grand design behind this or anything like that. He's just being a dipshit because it gets attention and he thinks it's funny. That's it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm talking.
And he thinks he can get away
Carry
with
on
it.
being an
Because, like, you know, you look at it from his perspective, and, like, he's farming W's right now. You know, like, he's on the Piers Morgan show. And it's like, yeah, Piers Morgan is shitting on him, but to everybody in his audience... Bro, like, Piers Morgan, like, oh, bro, that stupid-ass old white guy, like, oh, who gives a fuck what he thinks? Yeah. Like, my grandma watches him. I don't give a fuck. So, like, all the people that are watching him are a bunch of kids, and they think this shit's funny. And then he's doing it, he thinks it's funny, so it doesn't really hurt him. So it's just publicity. It's positive publicity for him.
Okay, we outside in the district
audience
every
is watching
time.
mainstream
I'm
news.
actually
No,
not going
remember
to call you Mizzy because
Thank
it's obviously a stage. I'll call you Bakari Bronze, right?
All right.
Bakari Bronze, let's try and talk to each other as human beings.
All right, Piers
All right?
Morgan.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why there's no real remorse here.
Do you
Why
know
do you
there's
not
no real
understand
remorse? What do you mean why
what
there's
the
no real remorse?
consequences of your
I
actions
went to
have
go
been?
apologise off social media. I could have recorded that apology and that would have been another viral video. Whether it's hate or whatever, literally, hate brings money, hate brings likes, hate brings views. It doesn't matter.
See?
Love or hate, it still brings views.
Yeah.
Why do you prefer to do the hateful stuff?
It's not like I prefer to.
Because it's easier, and a lot of other people don't want to do that. It is so easy to just walk inside a person's house and act like a nutball. Whereas, like, if you want to do like some Mr. Beast thing, and like you've got to, fill up an Olympic pool full of water balloons. Like, where are you going to get an Olympic pool? Like, how are you going to get that many water balloons? Like, how are you going to fill them up? Like, what if they pop? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of work. Yeah, curing blindness. Like, okay, how do I do that? Like, I don't know. Why are they blind? Like, it's so much work to do.
hateful stuff. It's just like it's easier to do the hateful stuff.
Why are you laughing? You think
And
it's fun?
obviously, I don't think it's fun, but you're a funny person.
You do think it's funny?
You're a funny person.
You do. I've seen the videos. You do
Obviously.
think this
Of
is
course he
really
thinks
funny.
At the
it's funny.
time, I think it's funny. My fan
course
base thinks
he
it's
thinks
funny,
it's funny.
and it's we outside in it. It's a movement. But
What's the
deep down,
We outside in it, it's a movement. Bro, this kid's gonna be moving to jail pretty soon. Like, oh my God.
What's the movement?
deep down, being free and not letting anyone tell you nothing. That's why I can do all of this stuff. I'm the most hated person on the internet right now.
No,
But-
you're not.
Yes,
Most
I
people
am.
don't know who you are.
Okay then, whatever you say, innit? Whatever you say.
Most people watching this will have never
Oh, that
heard
upset him. He didn't like that at all.
of you and care
Whatever you
even
say,
less.
well, now they are. You just brought it to me. Now they
No,
are.
they'll
Now
just
they
think,
are.
they'll
Now
just
they
look at the way you're
are.
behaving
Bro,
now.
I don't
They'll
even know what he's saying. I have no fucking idea.
think, yeah, he's a complete moron.
All right, and you're a complete moron. You keep cutting me.
Wait,
interrupt-
what?
Now, and they'll think, yeah, he's a complete moron.
All right, and you're a complete moron. You keep cutting me.
I can't talk. Like, oh my God. Alexandros Mogren, yeah. Oh God. You just said no, you? Yeah.
Interrupting me when I'm trying to talk.
Because you keep talking in this animated manner, trying to stop me
Animated
asking you any questions. And then you
Right.
say, is it because I'm black? As
Right.
if somehow it's
See,
about a
he's
racial
going back
thing.
to the race card.
I mean, you have to admit that this shit would be funny if it didn't put people's lives in danger. Like, this actually would be funny. Oh my God.
Why are you going back to that? I said that once.
No,
and
you
then-
mentioned it,
Well,
I
I
didn't.
mentioned it once.
I've
and
never
then
once
you keep going
mentioned
back
your
to
skin
it.
colour.
All right, cool. Go on.
No,
I don't care what
that's all.
colour you
I
are.
think it's funny.
If you were white, I'd have exactly the same view about your moronic behaviour.
All right.
But I'm curious, who in your family is there to tell you this
Why
is
do you need
wrong?
to go to my family? I'm my own person, so talk about me.
Because
not
you
my family.
don't-
No, 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 no,
because you
no.
you don't-
Talk about me, not my family.
Yes, but here's the
Bro,
problem.
he acts like an anime character. It's actually crazy.
What's the problem?
You are clearly a product of your upbringing.
No, I'm not. I'm my own person. I've always been my own person.
You've had no one to tell you this is wrong.
Of course, people have told me it's wrong. Family, friends, everyone's told me
Who?
it's wrong.
Who's told you it's
What
wrong?
do you mean? My own mother told me it's wrong. There's been situations between me and my mum where I
Right,
don't
so
talk.
your mother doesn't like what you're doing.
Of course, yeah.
So why don't you stop doing it?
'Cause-
If my mother told me
why-
to stop doing something,
Okay,
I'd
and that's
stop
your
doing
mother.
it.
You listen to your mother. You listen to somebody else. I'm my own person. I'm legally an adult now, so I can do what I want.
What are you going to do now?
What am I going to do now? Twitter, Mizzy is banned, and I'm going to be on Twitch. Yeah, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, IRL.
Ooh. Ooh, who's gonna tell him? Oh, bruh. Oh. It's gonna be banned in 2 days? I bet Twitch, as soon as they see he's live, they're just gonna ban him. Fucking. Oh, we know who you are. Get the fuck out of here.
Streams, gaming streams. My Twitch is Mizzy is live if you want to get at that. But yeah.
And do you want to
that's
try
it.
and come up with a sincere apology or not?
No, I don't need to come up with no
Nope.
sincere apology. I already
Okay.
have my own remorse, and I already.
You don't have
There
any
it is.
remorse, do
Say,
you?
what do you mean? Okay, then whatever you.
To you, it's
say,
all a bit of a
like, what?
jape. And if you steal some old woman's dog, it's all a bit of
joke.
fun. If you jump on a Jewish man, it's all a bit of fun. if you run into people's houses with young kids and terrorise them. It's all a bit of fun.
But what I'm saying to you
nothing
is,
really matters.
What
right?
I'm saying to you is, there's been plans to change up everything, and you're just no help in it. You just talk your own thing. There's been plans to change up everything, and you.
Is this like, bro? Is he in like? Is this like a Fight Club like story arc? Like what? What do you mean plans to change up everything?
You're just no help in it. You just talk your own thing. You have your own set morals, and yeah. So that's you.
No, it's not about morality. I just
Oh
think.
my
cool,
God.
cool.
I just
Whatever
think,
you say,
I
I'm still talking. I'm still talking. You
Yeah,
interrupt
I'm
me again, Piers.
Okay, let me.
Piers Morgan, why'd you keep interrupting
Let me tell you,
bro?
we're going to put both of ourselves out of this misery, and we'll just end it there because
Yeah,
you are.
you should end it.
As I said at the
It's like,
start,
bro.
you're just a complete moron.
And so are you.
So until you,
You just
stop
talk
being a
over
moron,
people, bro.
you will be
You just
treated
talk
like a
over
moron.
people, bro.
You are Mizzy,
The man didn't really
the
know.
moron. For the
Boxing
record,
match
he wasn't
the
paid
moron.
for this,
Boxing match
obviously.
in August.
I
We
feel like
outside.
paying viewers actually. If I'm just
Keep
put up
sharing
with
the
it.
stream.
I love how they just cut it. Bro, this is the most mad I think I've seen Piers Morgan since Alex Jones was on the show. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Yep, they had to just cut it. Yeah, and so are you. There it is. Mizzy got some serious main character syndrome. I mean, look, here's the thing, is that the reason why he does this shit is very simple. It's because he's going to get away with it. And I guarantee you, if he knew that he was going to actually get in trouble, he wouldn't be doing it. That's what happens. Is it like he's got to like, yeah, he's a minor? No, I think 16 is an adult over there. Like, I don't live there. I'm not sure. That's just my understanding. So, yeah, I mean, he's been arrested. Yeah, he has been arrested. But, like, if this was NA, he would not do it. Exactly. He's 18? Oh, I thought he said he was 16. Never mind. He's 18. Okay, well, if he's 18, then yeah, he definitely wouldn't be getting away with this over in the U.S. I'll tell you that. So that he stole a train today or yesterday? Yeah. And so this is really what I think is going to happen, is that this is the problem whenever you have like a legal system that doesn't really you have to have punishments like this for people, especially whenever they're young, that are like this, because it's better that they hit the wall early on than them like accidentally, because he's going to keep escalating. Like, he will keep escalating this to a certain point, and at a certain point it will be so bad that it will be a life-changing level of bad that will completely ruin his life. And that will happen. That it will guaranteed fucking happen. And so what's happened before then, though, is the police have just not done anything about it. They've ignored it. They've walked around it. They don't want to deal with it. And guess what? People are getting fucked with. They're getting annoyed. Who cares about his life? He'll ruin other people's lives. Because whenever I say it will ruin his life, what I mean by that is that it will cost the government a lot of money. And whenever there's a person like this that's acting like a fucking animal, going around doing stupid ass shit, that's gonna, like, eventually they go in jail. Eventually they go to jail. And whenever they go to jail, then you have to pay money to put them there. You have to pay money for their food there. They're not paying for their fucking food in jail. You are. So I don't want to deal with that. Absolutely not. So you've got to keep people like that out of jail. He ain't changing without hard time. Oh, I think definitely he would if it was over here. Like, maybe not. I mean, like, there's a lot of people that act like him, and like, maybe not. But I do think that, like, having stricter punishments like that is probably important to do. Yeah, I might get scared if it's a couple months in jail. Yeah, exactly. Needs to get his ass kicked. I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. Like, I see this as, again, like, the thing is that, like, his audience is a bunch of kids. Like, it's other, like, high school, middle school aged, probably, like, let's be honest, guys that are watching. And they think this shit is hilarious. They think it's so funny because they don't give a fuck about what some other fucker, like, why do they care about somebody's house? They just want to see some dumb shit happen. So they're feeding his ego. They will. They are. And, so it's not really going to hurt his audience by doing this kind of stuff. I think that, these people, they just keep burning brighter and brighter until they until they fizzle out. That's what it is. If one person getting clout from other people copying them, it's dangerous. No, you're right about that. And also, like, I don't know why TikTok and, Twitch and these other places don't just ban this stuff immediately. Like, I wish that there was a rule on, like, Twitch and shit where, like, if you're doing something that involves, like, basically filming people without their consent and farming them for content and being obnoxious, I wish that that was, like, categorically against the rules. Just being a public... Yeah, basically, if you are being a public nuisance, the platform can just remove you. Because the problem is that the platform effectively creates a reward structure around harassing random people in public. Because, like, this kid wouldn't be doing... Maybe he'd be doing a few of them, right? If there was no camera. But he wouldn't be doing this to this level if there was no camera there. He's doing it because it gets him a lot of attention. And it gets people talking about him. It gets people mad at him. And guess what? That's because of the platform. But what's this here? React streams get their best content? Yeah. Someone's trying to shit in China. You can be sure TikTok would ban it in a heartbeat? No, because they just put him in a re-education camp. And then that would be... You never hear about this dude again. So they wouldn't need to do that over in China. But hey, or kill him. Yeah, do you think Chinese would fuck around with this? Absolutely not, man. Yeah, in Germany it's forbidden to film other people without their consent. I think that it's okay if you are out in the public and you are filming. I don't think that's a big deal. But, like, there are so many just obvious common sense parts of this that just make sense. Where, like, it's obviously bad whenever you're making another person the focus of your stream or your content whenever you're out in public. You're, like, focusing your recording on another person that's not part of the video. Yeah, it depends on the content, depends on the context. There's, like, a million fucking different variables. And what I'm talking about are these people on... whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, wherever the fuck, Vine. This used to be really popular on Vine. Like, and this is the thing, is like, I don't want anybody to think that, like, this kid is some sort of, like, an outcome of TikTok. Or, like, oh, the kids nowadays are awful. I remember back 10 years ago, people did this all the time in Vine, too. They would go over there, and there was this one trend that they would do in Vine, and it was called put them in a coffin, and they would put their hands over themselves and then fall over on top of displays in convenience stores and knock everything over. And this was like 10 years ago. So, like, there's nothing new about this. There's nothing unique about it. There's nothing special about it. That's it. Yeah, I remember the milk jugs. Oh, the milk jugs, where they throw the milk jugs up. I forgot all about the milk jugs. Yeah, there we go. So keep in mind that this is nothing new. It's got nothing to do with TikTok. It's just social media and the way people respond to it. However, I do think that platforms should have a rule against that at a certain point. Yeah, ice cream lickers. Yeah, people that would lick something, then put it back on there. Oh, yeah, social media, anarchist cookbooks, all kind of menace to society and illegal type shit. Yeah, but the difference with this is there's like an immediate reward structure for doing it. You can tell he never had a father figure in his life, talked about his mother and sisters, but no dad. Kid was never told no whenever he was young. Well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely true. Like, you get brought up and, you have nobody that, keeps you in check. And sometimes people turn out like this. Here in Philly a few years ago, people go around and punch people for TikTok. Yeah, the knockout game, I remember that. Yeah, that was a big thing. And where you knock out random people on the street was popular a while ago. Yep, there you go. Yeah, being a savage for clout's nothing new, especially as a kid. Yeah, and that's really what I'm saying too. And it's more on discovering they have an audience. Absolutely. So yeah, I think the solution to this really is that the police and the actual authorities. It's sad to see somebody who, I think if he was. If he was not doing things that were illegal, like just based off of his screen presence, the way he talks, I think this kid could actually be entertaining and funny. And it's just sad to see him effectively destroy his life. And I do think that will happen. Or else is joining the English language? Oh, I don't know about that. I have no idea. Maybe? Yeah, I'd say so. Just don't make your content at the cost of strangers. Yeah, that's pretty much how I'm feeling about it too. That's how I see it. I think if people have taken this completely out of reality, imagination's gone wild, it's petty crime. Come on now, be honest with yourself. I would argue that entering into a person's house is a serious crime. I think that stealing a person's dog is a serious crime. I think that, like, standing on top of somebody's car is, like, that's, like, borderline petty crime. Like, I don't think that's, like, really that big of a deal, but it's bad. It's definitely bad. And, like, the train thing, I mean, that is, like, that's, like, super bad. Like, that's worse than all of the other ones put together, in my opinion. Like, the train thing, in my opinion, is probably what's going to get him jail time. And I would not be surprised if he ends up in jail after this. In general, like, I'm not, like, a super compassionate, like, really nice guy type of person, but, like, I don't want to see the kid get shot or killed, right? I just think that, you know, the government, like, the police need to hold him accountable for what he's doing. Because the reason why he's doing it is because he knows he'll get away with it. That's what it comes down to. Is that people like this do it because they know they will get away with it. And if they weren't going to get away with it, they wouldn't be doing it. I remember in my school, there were a lot of people that acted like huge hard asses, but there were never any fights. Because if you got in a fight, the police that were on my campus and the security guards that used to work in federal prisons would literally just beat the shit out of you. And everybody managed to just keep calm and not get in fights. Yeah, I watched it happen. It's pretty funny, actually. This one kid got thrown against the lockers. Oh my god. And what the fuck? Well, but that didn't work though, right? Because if people know that they're gonna get fucked for acting out, they don't act out. That's the way it is. For lots of men, yeah, and I think this is especially true with guys. I think it's probably less true with girls. I don't know. I'm not a girl. But I know with guys, especially whenever you're a young guy, you're like, fuck the system. I'm going to do what I want. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to be me. And that's it. And the problem is that if people do that and then they start bouncing around in the world, eventually somebody puts them in their place. And it sucks. Yeah. Sad the system fail like this so often. It's a bit of both. Yeah, definitely. Balance of respect and mutual danger. Yep. He got arrested and is facing new charges now, including breaching his court order. Yeah. I mean, I think that he is headed fucking, like, immediately for, like, probably jail time. I can't imagine, like, him doing this here and it not resulting in jail time. He's going straight to jail? Yeah. I feel like, yeah, he has a record now. It fucks his life up. Yeah, exactly. Like, everybody knows who he is. So it's going to be harder for him to get a job and do anything in the real world because he's, like, gotten so much publicity from being, like, a menace to society. Like, I think even if he doesn't go to jail, he's already ruined his life. Yeah. He's fucked. Yeah, it sucks, but there it is. He's famous now. He got what he wanted. It all worked out. No, I don't think so. I mean, a lot of the pranksters from Vine, like, yeah, there's a few of them that are still around, but a lot of them are just, like, they're irrelevant. Like, nobody even knows what nobody even knows their names anymore. Yeah, they're forgotten. Like, we just know that they used to be around, but, like, what were their names? Who cares? It doesn't matter.